guys, welcome back to R&Dgarage, Project Blueberry, Part 6, Part 2. Episode 6, Part 2. There we go. So first of all, excuse the t-shirt. I probably should have brought a Honda Acura one, but I finished winterizing the FJ so fast, we were like, you know what? Let's finish up the antenna on Blueberry. But as always, I want to thank all my new subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. So much appreciation for everybody that does that. So yay. Okay, so like I said, this is part 2 on the antenna. We actually got the right tool now, so hopefully it works. So let's get to it. So my Irwin extractor set has arrived and it's pretty sick. Look at all these pretty drill bits. So now I have no excuses. I have them in every single size, which the one we need is the 3/8. So what we're going to do, remember this guy here who's stuck, we're going to put the drill bit in like that, and it's not going to go in all the way. You can see there's still some of the ridges there. So we're going to take our 1/2 inch here, put it on, and actually I'm going to go this way. Okay, and just kind of twist a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, you can already see it's coming out. So we're just going to twist, 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 and yeah, look at that. It's pushing it right out. This is awesome. Yay. Sick. Okay, so I believe that still needs to be twisted a bit. I'm always too impatient. Look at that. And there it is. Awesome. So thank you drill bits. I'm going to go ahead and take off the drill bit and we're going to move on. Okay, well this piece is now free and you can even see it was corroded a bit, which was making it, that's what was making it stuck in there. Okay, so while we were waiting for the tool, I went ahead and added a little bit more lube because it was a little bit dry in here. And so I added a little bit more here with the synthetic grease. I added a little bit in here. And this stuff is awesome. Non-synthetic seems to dry out a lot quicker than this stuff does. So I definitely recommend this. Now we're all ready to put it back together. So remember, this guy goes in this side down, and because the lube, it's nice and easy. And now we'll put on the cap and make sure to line up the screw holes. Got my Phillips. And remember, I always like to, not really tighten down the first one all that much until I get in the second one. And then we're good to go. That's in. Sweet. Okay, it's now back together. Okay, so remember this is like a really tight space and it was going to be impossible for you guys to see what I'm doing. So a good rule of thumb is maybe go back to the previous video and just kind of reverse everything I did to get it out, but to put it back in. And so the one thing you have to remember is always connect the drain tube, the power connector, and the antenna connector. So when you're putting it back in, obviously remember the bolt dropped right here, so you're going to be pushing it back up, tightening that nut, and again, remember to put this black connector back on as well. Okay, so have your silver bezel ready. We're not going to put it on just yet. That's after the antenna is already on. So I'm going to set it right there. So now this is almost it's basically a 2-person job. You can do it with 1 person, but I'm going to have Dee actually help me with this. So what you're going to do with the antenna is basically, number 1, turn on the car and turn on the radio. So that way it already thinks the antenna is already all the way up. And then with that, make sure the ridges on this are pointed like towards the rear of the car. Feed it in down. And then once you feel it catch, have your partner turn off the car or go turn off the car and the radio, and it should suck it all the way down and have a closed antenna. So fingers crossed that this will work. Okay, so we already have the car on, and so I fed it through. So now we're going to turn the car off and hopefully it'll suck all this back down. And you want to have a bit of a firm grip. There we go. Awesome. Check that out, guys. Looks like Blueberry almost has a working antenna again. Okay, now I'm going to put the bezel on because that'll go a long way in helping the antenna from flopping out again. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten that. And I'm not going to go ahead and lock it into place with my hammer and screwdriver quite yet because we want to make sure the antenna fully works. So, okay, that should do it. Let's go ahead and try turning the car on and turning the car off again. There we go. Ah, awesome. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and tighten down the silver bezel. So there is actually a specific tool for doing this, but since I'm only planning on doing this single antenna, I didn't purchase it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my hammer and screwdriver. And remember, just like getting it off, you're going to kind of place it gently, and important to have towels so you protect what's left of the paint, at least for Blueberry, and point it at an angle and just give it a couple of taps, and you can see it's tightening down nicely. Okay. Okay, so I've got everything out of the way. We're going to go ahead, turn on the car, make sure it's completely working and looking great, and yeah, and then we're pretty much done with this. So let's go ahead, turn her on. Woo! I love it when things work. Sick. Okay, let's go ahead and turn her off. Bye-bye, antenna. Yay! Okay, well, she's working perfectly. And I wanted to say I'm not actually going to be putting the interior back in because I have big plans for her. We're going to do some seat swaps, but that's for another video, so I'm not going to talk about it now. But if you are putting your interior back together, just go ahead, watch my other video, and reverse everything I did. So this is awesome. Well, guys, I'm super excited. That was the last of the little piddly stuff that we had to fix on Blueberry. So now we can start with the mechanics. The next couple videos are going to be like engine work, going in a little bit deeper, putting on parts, and then after that, we're probably going to start modifying her. So super excited with the plans we have for Blueberry, and I think you guys are going to like it too. At any rate, thank you so much for joining me on Blueberry's journey. I love this girl so much. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed, is watching, is sharing, is commenting, is liking, just everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So with that, I leave you, and I'm glad we were able to give you guys so much content this week. So enjoy and have a great week.